Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hello. Hi, I'm Jen Geisser, and I want to welcome you to our 12th annual Countdown for a Cure. It's a great accomplishment, which we could not have done with all of you in this very room. So thank you. And thank you, Mark, Jane, Meredith, and everyone else at NEFCure for your tireless efforts to help us in this fight. Some may say this was quite an eventful week. One, possibly filled with uncertainty, but our nation will bond together and create success. I bring this up because it's kind of like all of us here tonight. And what I mean is, we, the Jeanettes, the Levines, the Costas, the Duquettes, the Cohns, and so many more families here live with the uncertainty of our children's health every day. But with you here, side by side, we have hope. Hope that we will be successful in our mission to find a cure. So thank you, and never give up, because we won't. I have the pleasure tonight of introducing a true leader, one who has led the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles as former general manager of both teams. Jim Duquette is currently a baseball analyst with MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM. But what he is most passionate about is continuing to lead our fight to find a cure. Jim became involved with NEFCure after his daughter, Lindsay, was diagnosed with FSGS. It's been a very long road, 8 years of fighting this disease. It's not easy, it's unpredictable, and it's very challenging. I know this fight well because my son Owen has been suffering from nephrotic kidney syndrome for the last 12 years. These two diseases know no boundaries. They attack anyone, any race, any religion, any class, and without any warning. But the more we do to raise awareness, the closer we get to our goal, and the more happy stories we hear, which we hope Jim is going to share with us. So please welcome Jim Duquette to the stage.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate it. A good update first off. When I do my Met stuff, pre and post for the Mets on TV for SNY, I occasionally get texts from friends from this group, Levines usually, Cohens, usually critiquing my attire. So I want to make sure I checked with Fran Cohen earlier tonight, make sure my tie was good. She gives me the thumbs up. Ronnie would tell me if he didn't like my tie, he didn't like the makeup that particular night, so I always appreciate the feedback on that. Thank you. So now I can start the dinner arrangements tonight. I'm happy to be the MC today. I'll give you a quick update on my daughter, Lindsay. So when she came down with nephrotic syndrome at age 2.5, that was back, I think, in 2004, when I was still with the Mets, and attended one of the first dinners out on Long Island. And it really, when I come back to these dinners, you get emotional. If you've gone through it and you had a child that's gone through it, there's a wide range of emotions. It's great to see people, and it's also brings back some bad memories, some tough memories of what Lindsay had to go through as a child and growing up. She missed all of first grade. She missed all of third grade. She didn't respond to the prednisone that a lot of kids are taking these days for the condition, for nephrotic syndrome. And she didn't respond very well. She had the numbers, you almost block them out at this point, but she's 172 hospitalizations, 22 surgeries. And I think it was 4 years ago, I want to say, when we had the dinner at Capital, she came up and spoke. She was one of the guest speakers. She, at about age 10, had to have both of her kidneys removed. It progressed to FSGS, unfortunately. They had to take both kidneys out. She went through hemodialysis, peritoneal dialysis at home. And after a year, we went through the blood testing, and I was a match. And luckily, we went through the surgery. It was 4.5 years ago, almost 4.5 years ago today, as a matter of fact. It was June of 2012, June I get the date mixed up. She knows the date. I think it's the 4th. I say it's the 3rd. It was the 4th. It was, for Met fans, it was 3 days after Johan Santana threw a no-hitter. So any Met fans, whatever that date was, it was 3 days later, because I broadcast the game for the Mets, the no-hitter, and then 3 days later I had surgery. So I think it's June 4th. So from that point on, you know, the kidneys, as we all know now, I mean, they function, the underrated. They're the Cleveland Indians of your body, right? Not the Chicago Cubs. The Indians, no one really recognizes them until all of a sudden you need a kidney. And so she, you know, needed mine, and now since she's had it, like the first year, she grew 5 inches. Amazingly so, she's functioning like a normal adult. She has little issues. She's got to take her meds. She took over 20 meds during this whole situation, nephrotic syndrome, but now it's down to 6 or 7. She takes them daily. She has to drink about 80 ounces of fluids. So it's a story of hope now. When you're going through it, it really wasn't. But thank you for that. And the support that we got, the thing that gets me emotional is the support that we had here with the Levines and the Jeanettes and Jen, the families that went through it. We all kind of went through it about the same time and together. Like we were talking about this earlier with Michael's brother, Ross, about, you know, you get to a Game 7, right? If you guys watched the World Series, an amazing World Series, Game 7. And it was like all hands on deck. Everybody's doing this, whatever. That is the epitome of NephCure Foundation. It's for sure. It's like when you have an issue or a problem, it's like everybody just rallies the forces and they'll do anything they can to help you. Knowing that, you know, you go above and beyond the normal stuff. Some of these things that happen during the course of it, whether it's, you know, you need a kidney, you need to have blood tests, whatever it might be. Get the information out. Get a support group. They've always been there, and then that's I think the epitome of what we're all about. Why you guys are here too, just not the money, but the time that has been put in here to Mark Stone and his group, or what Irv Smokler has done. All of the board of directors. I mean, there's a tireless amount of time and effort, but the part that you guys have played, you know, the money that is raised here is going to a tremendous cause to find a cure for this terrible, terrible syndrome that affects our kids. So thank you for showing up tonight, and we really, really appreciate it. And the good news for my daughter, too. She's doing well.